Live from our studios at One Television Plaza, this is your Mid-Ohio Valley Morning Brief.
Good morning, Mid-Ohio Valley, and thanks for joining us. I'm Emma Grace Myers.
And I'm Henry Grof. Again, thank you so much for joining us this morning on the Mid-Ohio Valley Morning Brief. And hopefully everybody had a great day yesterday, because there was certainly a lot of thawing taking place.
I like how you think thawing is the best thing that happened, and I think it's just the fact that it was sunny and warm.
Personally, I love the snow when it's fresh. But it's been sitting there for several days now, and it's just nasty at this point. So we just need to melt it away and maybe bring back a new fresh coat of snow.
You know, sometimes when you talk, I'm really glad that I work on a TV station, because I can look in the camera like I'm out of the office and share my disappointment.
Well, unfortunately, to disappoint you again.
Shocker.
Yesterday, we were able to hit the 60-degree mark at the Mid-Ohio Valley Airport, but now that cold front from yesterday, that is going to be bringing us back to looking at some high temperatures today, around those upper 30s to low 40s. We're going to at least stay on the quiet side, so that's the good news there. And Friday, looking at mostly sunny skies, but that's going to be thanks to high pressure, but with some colder air moving in from the north. That's why we're not going to see temperatures moving around that much over the next 24 hours. So we'll at least still stay above freezing. So continue to melt that snow pack away, but into tonight may see a little bit of some refreezing as we drop back down into the 20s. But some good news ahead is that we do have some warmer weather for next week, but we do have to get around that chance of rain on Sunday. But I'll have more on that in your full forecast later on. But Emma Grace, what do we have starting off this morning?
Yeah, we're gonna kick it off with voting, because Washington County voters will have a full ballot this May, with the governor's race topping the ticket alongside congressional, state, and local contests. Locally, the county commissioner seat held by incumbent Eddie Place will be contested in the Republican primary by Stephanie Lang, with Democrat Brian Whalen also running unopposed for his party's nomination. Washington County Board of Elections Director Mandy Amos says voters will also decide several levies, including a new 10-year library levy after last year's version was invalidated due to problems with the resolution wording. The Washington County Board of Developmental Disabilities, East Muskingum Fire Department, and Marietta Township Fire Levy are also on the ballot. Amos notes the voters also need to be aware of some legislative changes related to absentee ballots.
The biggest change is people, if they do an absentee ballot, they have to have it into our office by the day of the election by 7:30 that day. So before, you used to be able to postmark it and we could get it in the mail afterwards, but that's no longer the case.
That change comes from Senate Bill 293, which was signed into law in December. Amos says voters who cast provisional ballots without ID also now risk having their registration deleted if they don't cure their ballot within 4 days. Election day is May 5th. The deadline to register to vote is April 6th, and in-person early voting begins the following day.
May 5th is not that far away.
It is not. You know, I have never voted in person before.
You have not mostly done it through mail-in ballot?
Yeah, because I'm a spring birthday, so I turned 18 and I didn't have any elections to vote in, and then we moved to North Carolina, so I got a North Carolina voter registration, and then I went to DC for college, so I've only ever voted by mail. All
over the place. But remember, it's always important that people get out there and vote, because your voice does matter.
And you get a fun little sticker if you vote. I'm
Ohio
really
always
excited.
has the great stickers.
Well, I'm not an Ohio voter, Henry, why would you say that to me?
I know.
I'm really excited.
When I was a registered voter in Ohio, I always loved the Ohio stickers.
I didn't know there were different stickers. I thought they all just said I voted and have the little flag.
Yes, they do. But in Ohio, it's in the shape of Ohio.
Oh, that's
what
fun.
Makes it special.
I'm learning so many new things today.
Well, let's move on to our next story. So the Economic Roundtable of the Ohio Valley had its first of 3 speakers for their Spring Speakers series, starting with Jim Bianco. According to the Vice President of Programming for the Economic Roundtable, Greg Delmeister, this spring series will include 2 economics and the region's EPA administration in Ohio. For the first speaker, Bianco is the founder of Bianco Research LLC and has appeared on many different major news outlets. Delmeister adds Bianco's presentation brought in a view towards what the economic landscape in the U.S. will look like in the future.
I think he hit on some three key fundamental ideas about population changes, about the impact of COVID, globalization. Just these factors have sort of really shifted our mindset on how the economy is going to operate going forward.
He also says the Economic Roundtable presents a partnership between Marietta College and local business leaders to present information about the economy. And since we're talking about local businesses, as we continue to thaw out here in the Middle Ohio Valley, it's still very important to stop by your local business or even restaurants, because the past couple of weeks have certainly been very harsh.
Yeah, you know, since being here, I've tried a lot of the local restaurants, and I've always been pleasantly impressed.
Always pleasantly surprised, and always still something to learn about in the Middle Ohio Valley.
I know, I've learned so much in the last year about the Midwest.
Yeah. Careful, Ohio is the Midwest, West Virginia is not.
What is West Virginia? The East Coast? It's not on the coast.
The Mid-Atlantic.
That's the thing.
The Appalachians. It's still the Appalachians.
See, this is what I mean. I learned so much here at this job.
So much about regions.
I actually still don't know where the 50 states are. If you ask me to take a test right now to like place all 50 states, I might get 75% right. The Midwest is real. The center of the country is just, I don't know. I thought Ohio was on the West Coast until I was in high school. That's my bad, guys.
Well, let's move on to our next story.
Yeah, we are going to talk about local businesses in this story because the florist, Two Peas in a Pod, is getting ready for the busy Valentine's Day holiday. According to owner Christina Kiggins, the local florist store is preparing by getting all of their inventory in, setting times for employees, and making sure they have enough drivers for their delivery service. Kiggins says over the past 2 weeks, the store has been able to make 200 deliveries already before the weekend. Kiggins adds the best way to use their service is to plan ahead before the weekend.
Call early and get it scheduled, and if you want to come pick it up, we can have it boxed and taped in and ready for transport if you want to.
Kiggins says leading up to Valentine's Day, employees have had to work until nightfall, but they're hoping to get done with the day much sooner on the holiday.
And the clock is ticking.
Yeah, what's your favorite flower, Henry?
I wish I had the answer to that.
You don't have a favorite flower?
I don't.
Well, I really need you to think on that.
I will think about it, but what is your favorite flower?
I love tulips. For a while, the necklace that I wore was a little tulip from when I studied abroad in Amsterdam. So, tulips, best flower in my opinion.
I guess anything purplish and bluish. I'll have to go with that.
So you like a color? No, it's not a flower.
Like
a violet, you have like bluebells. What other flowers are blue and purple?
I can't give you the answer. I don't know.
Well, you need to figure it out, and we're going to plant it in the Daybreak Garden this year.
Okay, fine.
Because we planted
I will
tulips,
figure it out.
And we got to have my favorite flower. You should have yours too.
I will figure it out eventually.
But we do have a interesting national news story today.
So we are talking about Valentine's Day. So I'm going to find something about what McDonald's is going to be serving up for Valentine's Day.
That isn't what's trending after the break. But
after the break.
Right now, we are going to talk about...
I'm getting ahead of myself.
You're overzealous. We're going to talk about coffee, because your morning coffee or afternoon tea may be doing more than just boosting your energy. New research suggests it could help protect your brain. A major new study suggests moderate amounts of caffeinated coffee or tea may lower the risk of developing dementia. Researchers followed more than 131,000 adults for up to 4 decades and found that people who regularly drank 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day or 1 to 2 cups of tea were less likely to develop dementia compared to those who consumed little or no caffeine. The findings held true regardless of genetic risk factors for Alzheimer's and other dementia. Scientists accounted for a wide range of variables, including diet, education, health conditions, smoking, and socioeconomic status. Over the course of the study, just over 11,000 participants developed dementia. Those who drank caffeinated coffee had about a 20% lower risk, while daily tea drinkers saw about a 15% reduction. Researchers caution the study shows an association, not a direct cause, but say the results add to growing evidence that moderate caffeine consumption may support long-term brain health.
I mean, I probably had a little bit too much coffee this morning, already wanting to jump over this story.
I don't drink caffeine, so that's a sad.
Would you start drinking caffeine?
I hate the taste of it.
You don't like coffee?
I don't like coffee. I don't like energy drinks.
Not even with like a little bit of like sugar and maybe half and half?
No, I get a chocolate chip frappuccino, I think, the few times I've been to Starbucks, which I don't think has actual coffee in it.
No, it does not.
So
but you do have the option to add a shot to it of espresso.
You know so much about coffee.
Because I drink coffee every day.
I don't. I just get up at 2:30 in the morning. I get here at 2:30. I get up at 1:30 in the morning and just live my life.
First thing I do is turn on my Keurig. Too lazy to brew a pot of coffee in the morning.
You seem like you have a fancy.
I need 1 cup just to get going.
No.
No?
I don't.
Would you start drinking tea?
No, I don't like the taste. It's a taste thing. I drink a lot of water. I drink
Okay, that's at least good. Water can also help you wake up too.
Does it?
If it's cold, it'll wake you up.
I guess so.
Well, now in a little bit we're going to be talking about what McDonald's is going to be serving up for Valentine's Day.
We are, and we're going to be talking about an 80-mile crack in frozen Lake Erie that you can see from space. And don't forget,
we're still going to be thawing out with this warmer weather that we're seeing, even though we're not going to hit the 60s anytime soon. But in a little bit we'll talk about that and also a chance of rain returning.
Now, here's your first alert weather update with meteorologist Henry Grof.
Well, if you need something to wake yourself up to and you don't like coffee, well, at least the Ohio River is still icy cold, since that's still dealing with ice floating along the rivers. But as we continue to look at above freezing temperatures over the next several days, we will continue to see that slowly melt away. But yeah, thanks to a cold front coming through yesterday evening, those 60s that we were able to hit, unfortunately, is now being wiped away. But we do have high pressure building in, so that means our weather is at least going to stay quiet as we get through the rest of the week. We just wish we could keep those warmer temperatures around for a little bit longer. So this morning we have been seeing some cloud cover developing, looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies as we get through today and tomorrow. But take a look at Friday, looking at mostly sunny skies, and we should be able to get back up to around 43 to 45 degrees. Now, as we move through the next several days, we do have that chance of rain that is going to be coming back, and that's going to be arriving this weekend. Is it going to interrupt Valentine's Day? Well, the good news is that it should not, but of course we're going to be seeing this low starting to make its way across the Central Plains, and then it gets towards the Middle Ohio Valley on Sunday. Now the low is going to stay far south of the region, but enough moisture is still going to be able to make its way into the region and provide us that chance of showers. Afterwards, high pressure starts to build in, and then we can see that warmer air finally making its return heading into the start of next week. So still dealing with those cold temperatures, but at least not as bad as last week. Temperatures up to around the upper 30s to low 40s, and into tonight we could see some refreezing taking place, dropping down to around the mid 20s there. For tomorrow, only up into the upper 30s, still looking at plenty of clouds sticking around until we get into your Friday. Then here comes mostly sunny skies. Showers for your Sunday, Saturday should stay dry. Some may even try to hit the 50-degree mark. If not, our best chance will be next week. And even by Tuesday, we're going to be all the way up into the upper 50s. Now, time to take a look at What's Trending. Well, we did take a look at the Ohio River in Marietta, slowly starting to thaw out from that deep freeze. And there's also another large body of water that is also starting to slowly thaw out.
Yeah, Lake Erie, because there is a massive ice crack spanning over 80 miles across Lake Erie's frozen surface during this unusually severe winter freeze. On Sunday, February 8th, strong winds and persistent Arctic air fractured Lake Erie's ice cover, creating a fissure stretching from Port Burwell, Canada, to near Cleveland, Ohio, captured by NOAA's GOES 19 satellite. The crack exceeds 80 miles, and some estimate even over 100. This event coincides with Lake Erie's ice coverage reaching 95.4%, far surpassing the historical early February average of 54.4% since the records began in 1973. The lake has sustained at least 90% coverage for 16 straight days.
90%?
Yeah.
Wow.
That is the longest streak since 2018 to 2019.
Oh yeah, I remember when it got that cold back then. Man, but it hasn't hit 100% yet. I know a lot of people always wanting to see if Lake Erie can get 100% covered in ice, but still has not been able to do that yet.
I hope it never does. I think that's got to be a sign
that would
of
be a sign
climate
that it
change.
is way too cold right now. But I also did like that little tweet Noah sent out that sheet of ice was not cracked up to be.
I'm not even giving you a pity laugh.
I know.
Or the NOAA. Noah.
Noah.
I like using the letters. I think it's more cool.
The Meteorology Society is not happy with how you're pronouncing it.
Well, good thing I'm not part of the Meteorology Society, Henry. Come on.
Noah.
NOAA.
Well, let's move on to our next story. So Valentine's Day is almost here, and if you can only afford McDonald's, the Golden Arches has a way to soften the blow. Add some caviar to it. So they're offering a kit that contains an ounce of caviar. It's meant to pair with, well, chicken nuggets, and the best part, it's free. So you can go to McNuggetsCaviar.com. It's not clear how many kits are going to be available, but at that price, you can bet it's not going to be many. And the combo isn't the brainchild of some twisted marketer. Pairing caviar with McNuggets became a bit of a thing on social media. Even singer Rihanna posted about it.
Would you try it?
No.
I don't like caviar.
I've never tried caviar before. How expensive it is. I don't know why I would put it on a chicken nugget.
I just want the chicken nugget. I don't want the caviar. I love a good McDonald's chicken nugget personally.
What's your favorite dipping sauce for any chicken nugget out there?
I gotta say Chick-fil-A's Polynesian sauce is very yummy.
I think I have to go with at least like a spicy ranch.
Spicy ranch.
Yeah, spicy ranch. I think that's always the safe option for a chicken nugget.
Who cares about a safe option? You want it to taste good.
And spicy ranch tastes good.
Okay, if you say so. I actually can't say I've ever had ranch with chicken nuggets.
You've never had?
No.
What about barbecue sauce?
I have had barbecue sauce.
I think barbecue sauce is also another like just classic favorite.
Not ketchup? I feel like ketchup is the most classic.
I think ketchup is a safe option, but also the most bland option out of all of the different types of dipping sauces.
Hater?
I don't hate ketchup, but when there's other options out there, like ketchup is at the bottom of the list.
See, there are things worse than ketchup. I'm a mustard hater. I hate mustard.
Don't dip chicken nuggets in mustard. I think that's
a crime.
A no-no, a crime. It's a no-no.
Okay, Henry. You heard it here first. Mustard with nuggets
Honey
is
mustard,
a no-no.
that's the best option, too. Honey mustard is good.
I hate mustard. I have a very strong hatred for mustard.
Don't go to Germany. They love their mustards out there.
I've been to Germany, Henry.
They love their mustard out there.
Okay, I'll prefer to go see the Dutch. They dip their fries in mayo.
Oh, yeah, fries and mayos, that's delicious.
So good. I love the Europeans for that.
If you haven't done it yet, Mayo is a really good dipping sauce for French fries.
Try it out. Maybe go to Amsterdam to try it. They have little things.
Well, lots of fun facts have been learned today.
Yeah, and we have some more because we have some fun facts about our Daybreak trivia question, which was, who co-founded the first hospital in America? And the answer is Thomas Bold and Ben Franklin. So, America's first hospital opened its doors to, quote, care for the sick, poor, and insane wandering the streets of Philadelphia. It was established to serve the entire colony of Pennsylvania, no, not just the city of Philadelphia, sorry Philly. But the hospital's seal features the story of the Good Samaritan.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. And we love hospitals in Pennsylvania, specifically the Pit.
And we found a way to include the Pit. Again, everybody here on the Daybreak crew, we have been getting through the latest season of the Pit, and so far, we are loving it.
We're a little heartbroken, but we are loving it.
One character.
We won't spoil
Only
it.
people who have been watching know who we're talking about.
I think it's like the Pit, the Olympics, your curling. What else do we talk about a lot?
We have been
Race cars.
and racing. Don't forget NASCAR coming back on this weekend for Daytona 500. And Emma Grace is going to hear about it nonstop between me and Austin.
Yeah, it's race cars and baseball. I can never escape it.
Well, you can never escape us, and you can always tune back in tomorrow morning for the morning briefing as well during the new newscast.
Yep, but that's all. Have a great morning, everyone.